Alrighty, hello everyone, it's Teddy, and today we're back with another card game card opening. And today we are looking at Magic the Gathering Outlaws of Thunder Junction Quick Draw deck. So, you might remember that I bought my first commander deck. It was a starter commander deck, a black and red deck. And I found it a lot of fun, and I wanted to have another deck I could try in Commander. So I bought this here. Now, I'm just gonna... let's quickly preview what we got here. So this is a blue and red deck. Very cool. Quick draw, swing multiple spells, unleash big turns. Alright, sounds self-explanatory. And this one includes a collector booster sample pack, plus 2 legendary traditional foils. Alright. And we get a preview of the commander on the back, but when we get there, we'll get there and we'll look at the commander. So, you might notice the packaging is a little beat up in places, and that is probably because I purchased it from Amazon. So I recently learned from the professor that packages from Amazon are not always reliable, and I've actually heard that people have found that their packs contain or have cards taken from them. I'm hoping that's not the case this time, but we'll see together. So let's unravel this thing. I'm not sure if I can show the code at the bottom or not, but I'm gonna err on the side of caution and try not to show it, even though I kind of did already. Alright. Okay, it didn't rip all the way. That's unfortunate. Let's try the other side. Sorry, I just gotta actually be able to see me grabbing it. Alright. There we go. And let's spill out the innards. There we go. Now we can safely show the bottom. I can guarantee that. Alright, so the good news is... I'm trying to pull it out. There we go. Alright, let's just throw this to the side. We got our little pack here. Throw that off. Alright, this is the innards. So, good news is, it looks like the package here is fully sealed. So, I presume that means there's no cards missing from it. And Amazon did us correctly. So, let's see what we've got. We've got this guy here, who is... I don't know, I assume this is just a set of rules. Oh, that's cool. So, it gives you a guide on playing the deck. You've got the... let's read it. Playing the deck. It's high noon and you're facing off against 3 formidable outlaws. Luckily, you've got the quickest draw in Thunder Junction. With this deck, you'll be casting more instant and sorcery spells than the aughts in the Bruce Tarl counts in his sleep. Play creatures that help you cast tons of spells and watch your rapid-fire casting energize Stella to keep the spells coming. Set up for a huge turn that uses Stella to supercharge your spellcasting grand finale. Alright. And then they have the rules for Commander, and I already know those. I figured them out while playing. And, oh, they give you, like, a full little page of her that you can, like, hang up on the wall or something. That's cool. However, I don't think I really am looking into that. We got some tokens here. We'll pop those out. I know that's not really what everyone's here for. I presume it's for seeing the deck, but, you know, I think this deck is actually quite a bit older than a lot of other stuff released, so, yeah. There we go. Okay, we'll get rid of this. And now, let's see what we got in here. So we got a Outlaws of Thunder Junction collectible booster sample pack, and we got our deck box, which I will just say is looking... oh, and we got this, which is a health counter, I believe, for commander damage, which is very cool. So, I can finally use that instead of what I was using before, which was a D20. So, very cool. I mean, not much more to say about that. And here we've got our deck. We'll slop that in right there. And that is everything in this little folder, so we'll send that to the side. Now let's look at the good stuff, which are the actual cards. So let's do that first. I'm just organizing the tokens. We'll put those over here. I'm realistically never going to use them because we have plenty of D20s. So, Stella Lee, wild card. Legendary creature, human rogue. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. And her tap is copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy, activate only if you've cast 3 or more spells this turn. Alright, cool. So it is a deck that encourages casting many spells, and the more spells you cast, the more you're rewarded for it. And it also is red, so I presume it's going to be a little more aggressive and probably require a little more minion usage. Oh man, here's my infamous klutz hands coming in. I'll at least show it on screen if I'm going to fumble with this for a while. Alright, we got it. And we have the popular Magic formats. Never played Standard, Booster Draft's too expensive. Commander is what I'm playing. And I have one of these already. Oh, we have Wanted. What are these? Before the game, shuffle at least... Okay, so they say shuffle at least 6 unique bounty cards. So we probably aren't going to be using these. We got some treasure tokens, Bird Illusion, Soldier, Drake, Soldier, Shark, Elemental. Wow, very diverse tokens. But cool. Alright, we'll put those off to the side. And you know what? We'll include this too. And now, let's get to looking at the actual cards. First time I did this, I heard all these bad reviews on Amazon for it. So I was like, I'm just gonna make sure I actually have all the cards. So this is our first card and our commander, who is very cheap, mind you. Eris, Roar of Storm, so I assume this is my second card that could be my commander. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each different mana value among instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. Oh, okay. Flying, Prowess. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, cast a 4/4 red dragon elemental creature token with flying and prowess. That sounds pretty good. Wow. Okay, well, I guess that's why she is presumably so expensive, but she's another nice foil card. She's got that sheen to her. Or him, whichever one it is. So, Archmage Emeritus. I've seen this card before. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card. I'm assuming that's just the definition of Magecraft. So, very cool. Baral's Expertise. Return up to 3 artifacts and or creatures to their owner's hand. You may cast a spell with mana cost 4 or less in your hand without paying its cost. Ceresa's Gambit, Midnight Clock. I will say I'm more familiar with all of these cards, but I still... It would take, ages to actually look through all of these. Oh, a Merfolk. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 2/2 blue Drake creature token with flying. Oh, that's cool. I'm just going to look at a couple of these. This spell costs 8 less to cast if you have 8 or more instant and or sorcery cards in your graveyard. Ward 8, which I don't know what that means. And Magecraft, so that is the instant or sorcery spell. Oh. Whenever you cast or copy an instant... Oh, Magecraft is, probably an effect you get after you cast a spell. Okay. That makes sense. And this one, target creature has a base power and toughness of 8. Okay, this is a cool deck. And I have barely seen any of it. Instant sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Wow. Okay. Huh. Well, interesting. Lock and Load. That's one of the new cards, I presume. Forgers. I'm just gonna look for cards that I recognize. Curse of the Swine. Exile X target creatures. For each creature exiled, its controller creates a 2/2 green boar creature token. That is okay. Oh, but X is... Yeah, you gotta pay that. Alright, let's slowly look through Chaos Warp again. I've seen that before. Crackling Spell Slinger, I assume, is one of the new cards in this deck. Paretic Charge. I've never seen that. Then draw 4 cards. For each card discarded this way, creatures you control get +1/0 until the end of the turn. Okay, Smoldering Stagecoach, Elemental Eruption. We have some cool cards here, and I haven't even looked through half the deck. Finale of Promise, Arcane Bombardment. Oh, look at that. Niv Mizzet Perun. This spell can't be countered. Flying. Whenever you draw a card, Niv... Wow. Okay. Niv Mizzet Parun deals 1 damage to any target whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery, you draw a card last. So lots of card draw. But this guy's expensive, isn't he? Yeah, 3/3. Has a Shark Typhoon, Galvanic Iteration, Epic Experiment, Veyran. Wow, lots of legendaries in this deck too. Efreet, Wizard, Leyline Dowser, Exotic Orchard, Siobhan Reef, Sulphur Falls, Frostboil Snarl, Temple of Epiphany, Cascade Bluffs, Ferris Lake, Temple Treasure Cruise, Preordain, Ponder, Murmuring Mystic, Deep Analysis, Radical Idea, Opt, Think Twice, Arcane Denial, Terramander? Let's look at this. Flying, 7 mana and 1 blue. Adapt 4. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each instant or sorcery card in your graveyard. Okay, so this deck really encourages just blowing spells instantly. Destroy target artifact you don't control. Vandal Blast. I've actually heard of this one, so this is a pretty iconic one. Pongify, I've heard of too. This is a funny one. Destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. It gets a 3/3 ape creature token. That's a good one. Serum Visions, Faithless Looting, Big Score. Oh, Big Score I've heard of too. As an additional cast to this cast the spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. Pretty good. Stormkiln Artist, Young Pyromancer, Electrostatic Field. Ooh, Gutter Snipe again. Oh, this is different art from the other Gutter Snipe I have. I just, from the black and red deck I pulled. Volcanic Torment, Windfall, Goblin Electromancer, Third Path Iconoclast, Expressive Iteration, Arcane Signet. Yeah, I've heard the Arcane Signet and, like, the Soul Rain are almost in every pre-con commander deck, so is it Signet? Yeah, there's the Soul Rain. Command Tower, and these are probably all going to be lands, right? Oh, wow, activate only if you control 5 or more lands. Reliquary Tower. Oh, that's such a good card. I love Reliquary Tower. Is it Boilworks, Propaganda? And there's all of our basic lands. So, I don't know what to say. I mean, that's the deck. I don't think I was scammed again. I think Amazon has successfully, like, what's the word for it? You know, they haven't disappointed yet, I'll say. However, I will make a point in saying that every time I've ordered from Amazon thus far, the boxes that the cards have come in have been all, like, destroyed. So, I would like to say that it's not all sunshine and rainbows with Amazon cards. And realistically, if my game store, my local game store, was not stocking, or, stocked any of the card decks that were less than $100, I would totally buy from them. And that's probably what I'm going to do in the future, because, it always scares me ordering cards from Amazon, because I'm always like, what am I going to get out of this? But I'll open this card pack, and then I'll tell you about my last game that I played, or my last couple games of Commander I've played, because I've played 3 now. So let's see what we get in this pack, or how many cards are in here. It doesn't tell you. Alright, and I technically have a card service, a site that can check the values of these cards immediately. Okay. Wanted. Ariat the Beguiler. That's actually a super cool card. Wow. What is that? Is that white, blue, red? Or white, blue, black? Legendary creature. Whenever an aura you control becomes attached to a non-land permanent an opponent controls with mana value less than or equal to that aura's mana value, gain control of that permanent for as long as the aura is attached to it. And Repulse, which is just a 2 mana blue. Okay. Or 2 mana and a blue. Return target creature to its owner's hand, draw a card. That seems like a pretty good card, actually, for what I'm running. So, I might have just got a new card for the deck I just got. Well, that's super cool. 2 cards, and, yeah. That's it. Okay. So, yeah, let's talk about that Commander game. So, my friend has, I guess Pow, has played quite a bit of Commander, and, actually, I'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. I'm not going to get into it. But moral of the story, obviously I bought another deck, so you know, I had a lot of fun. And I plan on playing again. I don't know where to store these cards, but maybe I'll just store them amongst my Pokemon cards here. And yeah, I think I actually will do that. So yeah, that's all that is that I've got going for today, and I'll see you guys next time. So bye-bye.